Oh crap. What is up, guys? This is anime. The Sage of What Ifs, and this is What If Naruto Was Raised by Kurma Part 3. And where we last left off, Kakashi had adopted Naruto and Sasuke because he saw how both of them were going too deep into their darkness, and this made him like think deeply, and he would beg the officials to let him adopt him. And finally, Hiruzen would say yes, but Danzo would argue with Hiruzen, saying that having the kids would make Kakashi more softer and unable to complete missions. And he would try to say that both of them should work in the Anbu Black Ops, so they could you know become tougher and better weapons for the Leaf. And when Hiruzen heard Dazo say weapons, he told him to be quiet, or he will be trialed of I don't know, he would just be trialed or something like that. And Dazo would just quiet down. What happened next is we're gonna fast forward a couple of weeks. Um, Naruto and Sasuke, they would be super happy, and after what happened, Sasuke and Naruto were adopted. Kurama would be happy for Naruto because for the first time in forever, Naruto was actually smiling, and at this moment, the chakra of Naruto and Sasuke would be going through. I mean, at the moment, the chakra of Naruto and Sasuke would be going through like brutal changings, and they would be training from the top joining. When I say their chakras would be changing, I feel like they would be forming into like not like Tail of the Beast, but they'll be forming into I don't know, like something of the type of Hagoromo's and Hamura's chakra, and this would shock Naruto, and I mean Kurama, cause he would say, so this also must be the incarnation of father and younger brother, and he would be talking about Asha. So yeah, that would be happening, and sweet, and they will be getting a lots of taijutsu training from Guy. Kuro and I will be teaching them like A rank genjutsu, like mostly A rank, some B rank, and just one S rank genjutsu. And I'm gonna be calling this the uh, uh I'll call it the River's Deception. What this is that in the genjutsu, every time you try to move or you try to like make hand signs, in the genjutsu you'll be sinking deeper and deeper and deeper, and when you get flashbacks, it will only be the bad ones of like you getting killed or somebody killing the person you loved, you getting angry or doing something evil, and that's all you will see. And it's kind of like Shizui's after the genjutsu is released. Uh, 7 out of 10 chances you'll be like a better person, or pretty much you have to be like a top tier Jonin or Kage to be able to have your mind to be that powerful. You will need like root Anbu training to be that like to be sane after the Genjutsu. Uh, Asuma will be teaching them how to channel their chakra into blades or kunai, and he would teach them how to put elements inside like the bomb tags, and with Asuma they would have created it wouldn't be like a ninjutsu, but it would be like a ninjutsu type tool. It's like the bomb tags, but they would have infused chakra in there, which explodes, or it explodes water, earth, or fire, or pretty much any type of chakra element you would have, and that would be pretty powerful. Okay, and Kakashi would be teaching them a lot of like ninjutsu, mostly like lightning type, but a couple of water and a couple of earth and fire, of course. Pretty much all types of it. And yeah, I forgot. It was that Proctor, who looked very sick. He would be teaching them how to do Kenjutsu. I'm talking about the Proctor that was in the while they were doing the exams, he would be like looking very sick, and would be wearing like a bandana type sign of the leaf on his bandana and stuff like that. He would be like he was actually a very skilled swordsman, knowing some like hidden leaf type swordsman trainings, and you'd be teaching them that like moon, the moon dancer. No, I think it was like the moon slice walk or something like that. I forgot what it was called, but he would be teaching kenjutsu, and they would be very. They would be like A rank in it pretty much. They wouldn't be the best, but they would be okay. They would be able to stand their ground against somebody like Sujetsu or Danzo or Jugo. And if you're wondering who Jugo was Itachi's uh, first teammate before Kizame, and he died while facing Yagura. And yeah, they would also be going through like torture, not torture, but they would be taught not to like ever fall against torture. And yeah, their bodies, I would say they would be like very lean. And one day, hey bro, you're doing great. Hey, shout out to SWAT OVO, and thank you for the comment, and God bless. And yeah, after the training, they would like sometimes they would go to get ramen or anything, and Sakura would see Naruto and Sasuke playing around, and I would say they would be like way more brotherly type than ever, and they would be like hugging and stuff. And when Naruto would goof around and hug Sasuke from the back, Sakura would get angry, and she's like, "You damn demon, get off of him!" And she would try to throw a kunai at Naruto and to stab him through his back or something, like to stab him pretty much. And Sasuke would quickly like uh, he would stop him and he would say, "If you ever try to hurt my brother again, I'll kill him." And I'll say like Sasuke would be way more like I feel like how Haku said, if you have someone to protect you, become stronger. So I would say right now, he would be stronger before he went to Orochimaru. He would have like, of course, Orochimaru would be teaching him great stuff, but come on, like pretty much all he told him to do was just like fight hella ninjas every day. And but anyways, I'm not gonna trash talk about that anyways. But yeah, he would have had three Tomoe, and he would have put her in the Genjutsu. Like it was just like a C rank Genjutsu, but of course Sakura is so useless she would just fall into it. No, I would say she'll be able to break out after like a quick minute, because remember in the Chunin exams, she was able to break out of it. She, yeah, I feel like she could have excelled in Genjutsu and been taught by Kurenai to become a teacher or something like that. But yeah, so she would break out of it, and she'd be thinking, that damn Naruto, he must have done something to Sasuke. And pretty much she'll just like go crazy, and she would try to kill him like every day, till one day where she would like she would almost succeed. While Naruto was sleeping, she would have a bleed, and she would like sink it through his throat, and pretty much I feel like this wouldn't make him scream, but he would like he would have screamed like a girl. He would just say ah, and Kakashi and everybody would have heard this, and they would see Sakura with a blade through Naruto's throat, and she would say, "Sasuke, are you proud of me? I, I, I beat I killed him." Pretty much, Kakashi would just like so Kakashi Naruto, they would just beat her up, and I would say they would be they would also be like Guy, and I feel like all the teachers that are teaching Sasuke and Naruto, they would be in like one house. They would all get there, and they would see Sakura pretty much have a blade through his throat, and they would just like pretty much pummel her. Sasuke would be crying so hard and so hard and so hard. And he would actually unlock his Mangekyo Sharingan. Uh, but like it would just go on and off and on and off. But finally, it would like turn on, and like when I say like it was bright. I mean like it filled up the whole room with light of red, and he would just look at her, say, "Sakura, I'll kill you right now." She would say, "No, Sasuke, you don't get it. You don't have to do anything for him now." And Sasuke would laugh and he would say, "Do anything. What are you talking about? Kakashi doubted me in Naruto. That's why we've been leaving with him. But you killed my brother." She's like, "What? I'm sorry. I didn't know. But you wouldn't hurt me, right? I'm also your friend, right? You wouldn't hurt me." And Sasuke will just like pretty much start to beat her up, and he's about to stab her. But Naruto would just like weak, and he would just like stop and say, it's okay, Sasuke." And I would say like in this one, Naruto would be after the changes in being adopted and Kurama being happy for him, and Naruto getting the chakra of his father and mother. I feel like he would be more of a pacifist type way, and he would try to do anything to avoid a battle. Well, not everything. Like, of course, he would have his limits. Like, if you try to attack him, of course he'll fight back. But another way, he wouldn't be trash talking about anybody because he would have thought every ninja has his talents, and he would have just said, "It's okay. You don't have to do anything like that." And Sasuke would just start crying more and more, and he would hug Naruto, and they would have like a brotherly moment. Sakura would be put through torture by the one of those exam proctors. And mind you, this torture was like not genjutsu. They were actually like hurting her, but they had like top tier medical ninjutsu healing her again and again and again. And she would have like been tortured for a full day, and then for the last torturement, uh, they would put her in a genjutsu where she kept on getting like stabbed in her throat. It would be like an off brand of infant Tsukiyomi, but like they would have to do it again and again. So they could only like do it 5 times, and this was like Kurenai, or she'll like if she does it more than 5 times, she'll pretty much die. And Sakura, I would say she would have gone crazy, and she would be thinking, "Damn it, it was always that Naruto." And one day when she'll run away from the leaf, and she'll see Orochimaru say, "Aren't aren't you Orochimaru?" She's like, and he would say, "Uh, yeah, you're the Kinyachi on the team of Naruto." And Sasuke would say, and she would say, "Not anymore. Naruto." And Sasuke, I tried to help Sasuke, but no, he's always siding with Naruto. I don't know why. And he's like, "Well, do you want to come with me and gain more power?" And she would say, "Yes. Then I'll come back and kill Naruto and Sasuke will be all mine." And of course, Orochimaru wouldn't tell about, that he's gonna take Sasuke's body or anything like that. And he would say, and he would just laugh. "Yes, he'll be all yours." After this, Kakashi and the Jonis would like find out that she's missing after like a day or two, and they would go looking for her, but they couldn't find her, and they would understood why she wanted to leave the Leaf Village, and she'll be booked as missing Nin, but like it wouldn't be like spread out the villages and stuff because she never really like accomplished great feats in the fight with Haku or in Zabuza. She didn't really do anything. She wasn't doing anything of the type. So yeah, it wouldn't be that much of a big deal. Of course, our family would be worried and stuff, and they would ask Hiruzen to send out some ninjas to bring her back, and he would because Hiruzen cared for everybody in the village, and he would remember the times that Sakura and Ino would give him flowers and stuff, and he would say fine, and he would send some of his envoys to go find her, and they would find out. They wouldn't find out anything, and yeah, they would just say that she doesn't want to be found, and that would be the end of that. Uh, Naruto would be way more happier. Sasuke would be way more happier. And when Jiraiya came, he was actually he heard before that Naruto was like depressed, angry, and like very easily aggravated. So that's what he expected to come from uh, Naruto. But when he saw him, all he saw was like a cheerful boy playing with Sasuke. I mean, not playing, but like hanging around. They would be chilling and stuff. Like probably Kenjutsu practicing. And they would be doing that. This would make Dry happy thinking of what happened, and he would walk up to Naruto and say, "Are you Naruto's son?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, aren't you Dry, my godfather?" And this was shock, Dry, and he was like, "Wait, who told you that?" And he was like, "Father Kakashi." And he was like, "Oh, so he's your father?" I was like, "Well, he adopted me, but I think of him as a father." And he's like, "Oh, well, I'm sorry I wasn't here when everything was happening to you." He's like, "I want to train you, Naruto." Naruto would be like, "Oh, I know, but can I bring Father Kakashi and Sasuke with me?" And he's like, "Of course you can." They would be traveling all around the world, pretty much. Naruto would have like around one of the most perfect chakra controls. Also with Sasuke, Sasuke would have been able to use some of his powers of his Mangekyo Sharingan. I'm gonna give him other powers. I would say he would still have he can absorb chakra and he can switch places with anything without looking or anything. But I would say that he can also for around 3 minutes he can copy Gekkei Kenkai's and Dojutsus for only but Gekkei Kenkai's he can use them for like around 10 minutes, but Dojutsus he can only use them for around 3 minutes. But in those 3 minutes, like they would be like better than the person who's also using it. Like the person could be using the Dojutsu for like I don't know thousands of years, but when Sasuke's Mangekyo sees it and they do the same thing, it would just be way more powerful, and pretty much he would be way more stronger. Kakashi would be able to accept of what he did to Obito, what about what happened with Obito and what happened with Rin, and when he accepted this, he'd be able to use his Mangekyo Sharingan. He would also train to only use it when it's an emergency, and I feel like that would happen. I'm about to make these characters OP. First of all, I'll say Naruto would learn Sage Mode. Kakashi and Sasuke wouldn't be able to use Sage Mode, I guess. I would say, I don't know why. I just would say that they wouldn't because, come on, that would be making them way too OP. But yeah, I feel like they would learn how to do the first stages of it. They can absorb some nature uh, energy, but only like a little bit. And if they do too much, like their body would start to it would just start to ache and pain like a curse mark, pretty much. And yeah, he would have Naruto would have learned Sage Mode. Yeah, he would have learned how to fuse his chakra with it, so he can what he did with Pain when he fused his chakra with the when he fused the Fox's chakra with Sage Mode, making his eyes red. He can do that, but that's like a last resort because if he does it too quick, and while he's angry, he can obliterate anyone. So that wouldn't be too good if they were trying to capture a missing man. I would say they would have he would have rest and Shirk, and he would have giant Rasengan. And trust me, bro, I hate Sakura. I hate Sakura. Like this is just for plot. Trust me. It will come to understanding soon. She would have had a curse mark, but it would have been a a flower curse mark because she's a Haruno. It would be like a blossom curse mark, and yeah, she's not no Sasuke, so it would take around like a year just to get to the second stage. But then Orochimaru would do major surgeries on her, giving her hella power. She would have been super powerful in Tiger Suit. He would have broke the mental barriers in her brain, so she would just release so much strength. She would be able to take in lots of pain. She would need to be like she would just need you could hit her with a shovel in the back of the head, and she'll be able to take that in. And I feel like uh, Orochimaru would find out that Sakura the Haruno clan actually does have a Gekkei Genkai. It's called Frost Release, and yeah, if you could search it up, and it's like kind of like ice release, but not. It can like mold into like it can mold into things. It can like follow you, and it can do that type of stuff. And he would help her unlock this. And I'm not gonna make her too OP, but trust me, she'll be on like in strength. She would be on uh I would say awesome level, like in physical strength. In Genjutsu, she would be like A rank in that. Ninjutsu, she would have like frost release, of course, some wind and water release, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Uh, no, Orochimaru would be telling her that if he ever comes to face with Naruto to kill him, and he would like state to Kabuto that she's the most powerful thing that he's ever created, and this would kind of like make Kabuto interested in her. And you feel me? I might just make this a ship. Kabuto and Sakura, they would have a liking to each other. I don't know why, cause she's as flat as Kabuto. Yeah, yeah, she's as flat as Kabuto, but you know, Kabuto would like her, and that would, and uh, he would teach her about like basic medical ninjutsu, and he would teach her about the greats like Tsunade, uh, and he would teach her about how Hashimaru's cells were able to heal himself in mere seconds, and how Uzumaki blood is so strong, and it's also like as strong as or a little bit stronger than Uzumaki blood. I'll just make it like this in this one. Than Hashimaru's blood cells, pretty much. So like it would be super. Also in the black market, it would be like super high to find, and that's the reason why he got Karen. He would introduce Karen to her. She would teach her about like uh, Uzumaki heritage and their weapons and stuff like that. Pretty much, I would say Karen would be more happy because there would be another girl that would be with her, and I would say Karen would be wondering why Sakura was here, and she would say, "I have to kill Naruto, Uzumaki," and she's like, "Wait, there's another Uzumaki?" And she'd be like, "Yes, but I don't think I like Sasuke anymore." And she would say, "Wait, you mean Itachi Uchiha's brother, Sasuke Uchiha?" And you're like, "Yeah, I have a picture of him if you want to see." And when Karen saw him, she would, have the dry blood nose leaking stuff happening. And she would very much like him. I would say, and back to Naruto and Sasuke, they will be training super hard, but today they'll be taking a break. I feel like Sasuke would have broken down his boundaries. He wouldn't be like Neji and be like all faith and shit, and like fate and only believe in faith. So he'd be friends with Shikamaru and Choji, and they would be hanging out now. He wouldn't have feelings for no like nobody yet, but he would like and but when Shikamaru asked him if he had to date one girl, it would be, he said it's probably Ino, and then like this would make Ino super happy. But I might ship. No, yeah, it's gonna be a Sasuke and Ino ship. They will start dating. Naruto wouldn't be as dense as he would because Jiraiya and Kakashi would tell him. Because I feel like Kakashi would be more knowing about this because he'd be reading Jiraiya's books, and they would tell him that he not to actually really likes him, and he would have thought she was very cute, and he would have gone after her, and they would have been going out, but she would have been super shy. So every time he would say hi to her, she would like pretty much go red as a tomato. Even if he kissed her on the cheek, that's when she would pass out. If he kissed her on the lips, I don't know, she would just like pretty much be in a coma. Just joking, but she was like, she'd be very shocked. And this is part 3, and yeah, stay tuned in for part 4.